What's shaking with the bacon, y'all? It's your favorite words gamer, StrawHat Quaku, and I am Bizak with another full gameplay walkthrough, whatever you want to call it. This time we on Liza P, and I ain't gonna lie, it took me a while to do this, to be able to do it. So I hope y'all enjoy it, and we're gonna try to rock this baby all the way through. Starting from StrawHat, legendary stalker, of course. I can't lie. I'm gonna be saying I can't lie a lot because this game revolves around a bunch of lies, which I will be doing a lot, but I can't lie though. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely took me a while to get to legendary stalker status.
Can you hear me?
Between this game and Sekiro, man, this one I honestly feel like was actually harder than Sekiro.
We need your help.
At certain points. Look, it's still hard at certain points. I ain't even gonna lie. But starting from scratch, usually people like to use the special weapon that you have here in order to get through this part quickly. So you'd basically be doing a light attack and kind of step forward, and then light attack, step forward, rinse, repeat. So light attack, forward, light attack, forward, light attack, forward. And that's how you kind of move through it a little quicker. I mean, I don't mind the you know, the little walk that he has to take, but you know, some people speed run, and I've seen some speed runs, and man, they run past everything. And me personally, I can't lie, I don't even feel comfortable being able to do a run like that, even though it's called a speed run. But I don't know, I can't just run through everything. I have to fight. I have to.
But the streets are not safe.
All right, so comes to picking weapons. Beginners, go ahead and go with the cricket. If you got big balls, then you'd go ahead and go with the sweeper. And if you are a shifty, snifty, smart player, go with the bastard. So I'm gonna go with the bastard, the path of the bastard, because I've definitely learned to play through, and this seems a little bit more beneficial to my play style, but to each his own, you know. As you progress through the game, you'll definitely start to notice that your stats don't really matter. Because ultimately you can just respec them. Right, so these guys initially in the beginning should be cream. Like my son literally does this, and he's only 9, and he slid through this part. But it's straightforward. Go and get that. It gets you your pulse cells. I like to run up on this dude, run behind him, and hit him with that. If this is a new game, that would be a trophy right there. That'd be your first one. Or your fatal blow. For the longest time, I did not know that fatal blows was really a thing from behind when I was playing this. So like, man, I swear, like my first 2, maybe 3 playthroughs, nah, not even 3, 2, I was so unaware of being able to get behind the enemy, even though you can do that in mostly all Soul games, and that's usually the way to go. But all right, so notice I took out the guy up top first because he has a gun. You just want to run up on him and just clap him, get him out of the way. And here you run in, turn back around. That way you can get this guy without him ambushing you, hitting you over the head with a stop sign. All right, I'm gonna pick up that throwable. I do like to switch up my belt, so I'm gonna take off the Jiminy on my belt. And then my extra bag, I'm taking that off. That's just like instant death, whatever that was. I'm gonna turn on my monad lamp. Bling, so we got some light. And then go ahead and rip that up. But in the lower belt, I like keeping my throwables. Upper belt definitely keeps my Fable Catalyst and my Legion clips. Easy to get to, quick movements. As I get more items, I like to add it into my my extra bag, especially my grinders for the attributes. And then we switch it around with like potions and stuff like that to help you with some of the dangers you're gonna be facing a little later. And try to kill him quick. Make sure you look to this guy over here. If you notice, all I'm doing is just tapping the attack button. Like nothing special, just running up and just tapping the attack button. That's probably gonna be the easiest way to get through this. It's no-brainer stuff. Now this probably will be your first little challenge, but we're gonna pop this open. Those are shortcuts. Anytime you see things like that, it's red on one side, that means you're able to open it. If it's not red, then you're on the wrong side of it. And that's always a shortcut, lead you somewhere else. All right, so let's pull up on this dude. The parry window is super tight on this game, super tight. But I don't see it as a good aspect, but it is, because it definitely helps you. But when you block and you don't perfect parry, you still block the hit, but you take just as much damage as you would have taken if you didn't block it. So only difference is when you do get the block off, if you attack in enough speed in enough time, then you'll be able to get your health back from that block. That's if you have the space, if you got the time, if the enemy's near you. I wouldn't even rush to try to get it back. Get it back, you get it back, That's just how I look at it, because
stalkers used in the past.
In most cases, you're rushing to try to get your health back up after a block. Usually, always gets you caught up.
As we are not strong at this.
All right, so this is Stargazer. This is where you're gonna be getting all your levels up and talking to Sophia and managing your weapons and all that other stuff that you get when you stop at any other shrine or whatever it is on these soul games, bonfires, whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around the circle and defeat every enemy. So we started over here, now we're just going around. And then once we're done vanquishing our enemies, we're going to continue on the path. But until then, we're not going anywhere until we kill everybody in the vicinity. One reason is because it's gonna definitely help you up. Two, because running around defeating them will definitely give you game and practice and combat experience, so you can kind of learn how some of the puppets move, when to attack, when not to attack, how to approach them, how to get that backstab. All right, so we will go down that way. That's the direction we're supposed to go, but we're not going there yet. We're gonna keep going around. There we go. We're on the floor. It's a dog over here. Guy here. Right. Now we're gonna turn around here, and it's gonna be 3 over here. It's that dog right there. It's the guy there, and it's a dog behind the car. So we're gonna pull up on this dude first. Let the guy kind of come to us. And boom, there we go. We clocked them all. Grab the item. little Krat issue times. Very important thing about this game is you definitely want to read all the documents, even if you don't read them, skim through them, because certain documents hold some key items like gestures, you know, notes and codes and hints and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's definitely for like the gestures that you get. Oh, got me. What a bastard. All right. All right. Now we're going this way. It's a dog around the corner. I knew he was there and I missed him. All right, we're gonna pull up out of here. We're gonna hang left first. Go ahead and grab the loot. Vivid ergo fragments. This would be a good time to charge your, get your durability up on your blade. Health up if need be. All right, so this dude is the first guy that you'd have to do that's gonna have Fury attack. We'll do that right there. You gotta make sure you perfect parry it. If you don't, then you're gonna be asked out to perfect, because Fury attacks hit really hard and they can't be blocked regularly. And it's very hard to dodge them. If you try to dodge them, the dodge frame in this game, like the little step, whatever, it has to be a roll. If it's not a roll, you're gonna get hit. And even when you roll, it's a possibility of getting hit. All right, so notice I just ran over there, beat him up because of that guy right there. He has a gun. This would be the perfect time to use your throwable. And it easily kills him. You pick that one up, it's right back. And then you could get this guy, because until you approach him, he won't pop out. So he's like the ambush. Before we go to the dog, let's spin around this way, right? And this brings us right back where they were, but now we have the drop on them, literally. Killed him. All right, now just go over here, get this loot. And after that, we'll be pretty much at the end of the first, I guess, chapter. This is pretty much it. It's a pretty quick one, you know, nice little introduction chapter. Notice I turned around quickly after defeating the dog. Just know when you come down here after coming from over there, that guy will always try to sneak you from behind. You come straight forward, then you know you'll deal with him head on. But then you'd have to worry about the guy coming from downstairs to sneak you. So you pick whichever direction you want to go in, but just try to be safe from the sneak attack. All right, pop that shortcut open. That leads us back around that circle where we went through and killed all of the puppets.
Please, be careful.
Practice dummy, just in case you guys need some practice on, you know, blocking furies and getting your perfect parries up. Let's go ahead and activate this Stargazer. All right, Stargazer activated. I'm not gonna level up just yet. I mean, you guys can if you feel like you need to, but at this point, I don't feel like you should have to level up at this point in time.
You want to buy something?
This is, anytime you see these dudes, these are merchants. They're scattered through few chapters. Some are like right in your face. Others are hidden. What I am gonna buy from him is the 3 of those that I can get, and what you want to buy is this great sword of fate, and then the puppet saber blade, because for one trophy you need to have every normal weapon as well as every special weapon. I'm gonna go ahead and buy 3 of those too. We're gonna save these weapons for later. No, actually, we're gonna buy them. Might as well. I'm gonna run this way before we do anything else, and I'm gonna grab this document here. just letting you know who your enemy will be, which is the parade master. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is with the item that I just bought, I'm just gonna hook it onto the belt. So we're gonna go use that on the belt. And I'm actually going to put that on the belt. Everything else looks good. All right, so let's prepare ourselves. So the first boss fight, this dude has a very easy pattern to remember. Pretty simple. But he can hit like a tank if you're being hit. And he will hit you, especially during the second phase. But just bear in mind that when you're going to block his attacks may look like they're gonna come fast, but they come really slow. But fast at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and back off of him, activate the thunder. And this is gonna be chipping away at his health viciously. Whoa, he hit me. Oh, he tried to do it again. Now, if you notice his health that I'm taking away is blue, that means he's under the effect of the electricity. And when enemies are under the effect of electricity, it makes them easier to stagger. And especially Puppets. Puppets' weakness is the electricity. So, fast way to beat him is to put some electricity on your weapon. That's why I bought it from the merchant. And because, you know, like I said, it's for puppets. The electricity you buy from the merchant, the guy that's right before you go through the gate. All right, if you notice, there'll be a puppet right here on the floor. He's just tore up. Lord knows what happened to him. But yeah, see, he's done up.
One more thing I should mention. The hotel's security excludes puppets like you. So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
Alright, so if you notice, Sophia said that we gotta lie to pretty much get into the hotel. Now, for your first playthrough, you definitely want to lie the whole playthrough. You know, try your best to you know what's the lie and you know what's the truth or whatever. But you guys know how to lie. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody's lied. I've lied. You've lied. We've lied before. But so just know that first playthrough, you want to lie every time. You know, after that, going for your second playthrough, you can tell the truth the whole way through, and that'll ensure that you get a different ending, depending on you know how you decide to take that ending. And then there's a third option where you could just play it any way you want. When you get to the ending, you're gonna have to make a critical decision. And after you make that decision, it's game over. It's like, you know, it's like one of those decisions that you're making and boom, the ending's there. You don't get the extras after. But that is a trophy to do. And that trophy allows you to get 2 trophies at the end. So but that was just the introduction. This is the introduction to something great. I didn't know how great it was until I started playing it. It took me a while to rock in, but now I'm locked in and I'm about to get y'all right too. So bear in mind that I ain't gonna lie, this game is fire. And big shout out to Victrix. I just got one of their controllers, PlayStation sponsored, of course, and it's definitely been helping a shit ton with playing this, with the parries, with the hair triggers. I know I'm not playing like Call of Duty or anything like that, but the hair triggers definitely help out tremendously, so I don't have to travel so long hitting that back button to do a heavy attack or trying to use my Legion arm. And I'm a little heavy-handed, so you know, when I'm pulling the triggers, I'm pulling them bad boys. The hair trigger, I don't have to pull it as much, and it pretty much stops me at a certain point, so I have it set up to where, you know, I'm stopped. And then there's mouse clicking black triggers, buttons that you can map out on the joystick, which is awesome. I use the left side of the joystick's back buttons strictly for parrying. Like, that's where my block button is literally the back button on the back of the controller, and it feels awesome because I'm just holding the controller and kind of squeezing it when it's time for me to block. So yeah, I swear it just makes the rhythm, or you know, the style of the parries come way easier for me. So yeah, shout out to Victrix.
I'm so happy to see you.
So we made it to the hotel.
I am Sophia.
All right, so each time that we here in the hotel, definitely gotta exhaust everyone's dialogue for the most part. I'm gonna maneuver you around to the people that you really have to talk to, opposed to the ones that you don't have to talk to, so you're not just running around talking to everybody in here, because being inside of the hotel is time consuming. Because there's always people to talk to and things you have to do before a mission.
Guests are welcome.
We talked to Antonia. She's going to give us some clothing and your first gesture. Not your actual first gesture that you have, but your first one that you receive from default. All right, next we're going to go talk to Eugenie. She's going to hook us up with a Legion arm.
Take this.
He's not our Legion arm specialist, but until we get him, we got to deal with her. But she's not bad because she is our weapons specialist. She makes sure that the weapons is righteous.
Oh, I know my way around.
So you can upgrade, you can alter the handle for now, and then later on you'll be able to assemble the weapon. Upgrading weapons, of course, require material. Hidden Moonstone, which we have one. That's what we picked up when we was outside of the hotel. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on your primary weapon. Now the thing about stats, we did spend a lot of money, or ergo, so to say. So we didn't get to have the full amount of our stats that we should, you know, put into our levels. But what we are going to do is we're going to push on. When we get to about maybe 6, 7, we'll go ahead and invest. So we're going to make our way out of the hotel. I'm going to go right through this spot over here. There's only 2 spots that you really leave, that you can get to from the hotel. That's here, and then there's another street that's upstairs. That's like, once you get to that street upstairs, you're like midway through the game. Kinda. All right, so this is the first official, you know, chapter, in my opinion. Like, the first chapter definitely was like the interlude, introduction, whatever you want to call it. This is the first official chapter.
Hey, let's be more careful. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys.
Me too.
But don't be alarmed. My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe.
Alright, well, pull up here. Go ahead and hit that Stargazer. Definitely want to hit it if you didn't. I'm going to talk to Gemini.
I'm Gemini.
He's going to let you know he's your guide. And now that we have this cool Legion arm, the puppet string's definitely top 3. It helps in so many different ways when it comes to tricking the enemy using basically a technique, because it is a dexterity type of weapon, technical. So you want to, you know, get a little crafty with it. Like this right here, he's on the floor, pick him up, get him over here. I feel like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Get over here. All right.
Elysion Boulevard was a
pull up.
regular
We're gonna swing
rich
this
people
left.
row.
This guy's
You
up
wanted
here.
fancy boutiques and shops. No place better. But that was
Grab
long
that.
ago. Before the puppet
So
frenzy.
notice, like I said, this is one of those shortcut things. It's not glowing red, so that means we're on the wrong side of it, so we cannot access that. So that's just another reminder. All right, so now we got 3 enemies. Boom, boom, boom. We got the dog. We got the man right there. The dog is pulling up, so he's probably gonna die first. Oh no. The man in the gray has a gun. So we definitely want to, you know, maneuver and whiz through his shots. You probably want to take out the guy right here first, because he has the long range weapon. Easiest way to do it is just pull up on him, hit him with the puppet string, pull him to you, and then just poke his eyes out. Straight up. Got a defensive part. You can go ahead and add that. Notice we already have 2. The first one was from that police officer robot being that human to a puddle inside of the train station. But I didn't equip it because as you start to see, you get heavy real fast with these puppet parts. Puppet parts are heavy as hell. So you have to pick them wisely and make sure you're investing in your capacity. Capacity is very important in this game, which is how you get your weight up, or your way to withstand weight. All right, so for this, you can really jolt over there and run and kind of clap him because there's a guy on the other side of the wall, or you could use a throwable. See? Now you can go ahead and hit him if you have the throwable, which you should, because we purchased some. And then, you know, we kept the one throwable from that situation where we had to get another one. All right, go ahead and pop the shortcut just in case. I say just in case because as you cross over this little bridge or whatever, there's this guy. This guy can be a challenge. He can beat your ass. He's very annoying. He has like random moves like that. So best bet is kind of play him from a distance. You know, like hit him, tag, and then kind of back up from him. Get your blocks off if you can. Try to dodge them more than anything, but be mindful of dodging when you're on the roof, because they really kind of put you in a situation to where you're gonna fall off the roof. Like they kind of set you up and put you in places to fight certain people that you need to get out of that situation. All right. Notice I ran out there and ran back in because, as you can see, there's a guy over there with a gun. If I'd have ran out there, he probably would have shot me. Now you can speed up and let's get him before he can shoot again. Swing around this corner. There's a puppet right on the corner here for the ambush. Grab the loot. More throwables. Right. Now that we've gotten the guy who's shooting at us, we can go ahead and grab this over here. Just make sure you hug the wall pretty tight. Basically kind of like a run into the wall. And then we're gonna cross over. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna create a shortcut. And get some more experience and some more loot. All right. And boom. This is where we were originally when I told you where the shortcut was. We finally made it. And boom. There it is. Now we've opened it. So right in the beginning, we have a way to get right over here where we were. They do a really good job with putting shortcuts in certain places after like certain milestones or like, you know, certain parts of the stage. Help you get back and forth to the best position. All right. So for this part, let's go ahead and go this way. Make sure you got a throwable. There's gonna be a guy on this roof right ahead from us. He's gonna throw his, kind of dodge out, and throw yours. It should kill him. All right. I'll pick up the loot, and we're gonna go around this way, because if we go around this way, then we'll be at the back of this guy. But Blvd will attack him. Now there's this guy over here. These guys are very annoying, especially if they do that move. That move can literally knock you off the stage. It could take all your health. Like it's not a pleasant move. So to avoid it, you can kind of see it coming. If you do in fact block it, you're gonna have to block more than once. So I think it's like a 3 count, like 3 consecutive blocks back to back. For this spot, we're gonna hit him with the throwable because he has throwables. And then we're gonna fall down on this guy and attack. There's another one of these dudes. Let's hit him with the puppet string. That's another easy way to just snatch him up. Eliminate him from even using that move. We're gonna go into our belt. We just got Legion magazines. Legion magazines, very beneficial. It rejuvenates the Legion that we've used. So he's gonna try to come in, get him. Anytime you see him kind of like cock back, not like cock up, like he's about to hammer you, but kind of push back, he's gonna do it. Right, so with this note, Frozen Man's letter, you're gonna read through it. After you read through it, get a gesture. Very important. See, that's what I was saying. Now, if you're not reading the stuff, then you completely miss that. You'll miss out on your gesture trophy. This guy, just poke him. Should be no sweat. All right, now going back up. All right, so this guy's on the roof. Let's kill him. Surprisingly enough, he wasn't attacking us, but he would usually attack us while we're on this part right here. And hence to why we got rid of the guy that was here, because he would definitely attack us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. All right, now we're gonna go down here. Gonna land on top of this dude, him, and it brings us basically back where we were. So if we would have went through that way, we would have been back in that little room where we got the Frozen Man's letter. All right, so one, you can health up here. Make sure your weapon's charged. Make sure your weapon's good. This dude's really slow, so you can dodge him like a lot of his moves, he definitely projects them. So once you kind of get the feel of the delays in his swing, you'll definitely be able to perfect parry them easily. All right, so we got our first amulet. There's about 30 of them in total. Increases max HP. And yes, the amulets do increase your weight. So like right now, we're doing good. We're on 54%. When you look at your weight in that top right corner, the percentage is what you want to pay attention to. As long as at this point right now you're under 60%, your weight is good. You want to try to stay below 60%. Now there's going to be situations where, all right, you're a little above 60, but once you're in that 60 threshold, you might as well just play in it. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not like you get heavier and heavier until the next threshold. You know what I mean? Like, so there's like light, slightly heavy, and then there's heavy, and then there's like really heavy. You know what I mean? So we definitely want to stay away from those because it messes with the speed and everything else. All right, so I wanted to pump out that ergo before anything, and we're gonna talk to the merchant.
Why, I know what you're thinking.
Most important thing we get from this guy is this electric coil stick. This is a ultimate puppet killer, like melts puppets. How many of these? We have 3 of these already. I think we could live with that. Let's keep these throwables on deck. We're gonna get about 5 of these. And how many of these we have? Let's take 4 of them. All right, so we have enough to put 6 in the stats. So what we're going to do is we're going to pump some of it into our vitality. So we're going to give 2 stats to vitality. And then we're going to give the rest to our technique. Now, if you are having trouble dealing with the enemies, then you definitely want to dump everything into your vitality. I would definitely recommend dumping everything into your vitality, especially, you know, for your first playthrough, you know, beginner status, because health is wealth. The more health you have, you know, survivability chances are way higher. But technique, dumping it into the technique is your source of power. So you definitely want to kind of play with both of them simultaneously if you can, but very recommended to dump at least the first 10 to 15 points into your vitality. There he goes. All right, so after you've done that and killed those guys, you can walk the plank, get the ergo, turn around carefully. I'm gonna go down this ladder. So going down this ladder, you can hear some boy coughing. He's right here in this window.
Who is it?
Talk to him.
Is that you, Murphy?
He's asking about Murphy, which is a police puppet. And they're supposed to be like best friends, and Murphy's the coolest or whatever. So watch out for those things. If you hit those, they kind of turn into electric traps. And remember, puppets and electricity, man, they don't do well with it. So if you want to, oh, look out for this guy. Told you this guy's a jerk. He tried to sneak up on me and get me. Get him before he can get back up. But yeah, you hit these things and then they, you know, make an electricity field. The best way of doing them, hit them with that heavy attack with the blade that you have. If you pick the dexterity build like I did. If you're doing with the cricket, you can just go ahead and slash it and kind of dodge backwards because it does give you a little bit of grace right, so we got our first converter piece. So let's go into our defense parts and let's add this converter. Is for primarily electricity blitz. Now notice we're getting more defensive parts, we're getting amulets, so that all that means is the weight is going up. So soon we're gonna have to start investing into our capacity. Like I said, capacity is another important stat that you really have to invest into, but you really have to pick when to invest in it. But a plus thing is they give you an amulet that helps with your weight control. Only thing is about the amulet that helps with your weight control is it's taking up a slot in your amulets. So if you really need it, then use it. But if you can kind of manage your weight without it and use that amulet slot for something else, that's much better. Oh. Yes. So the kid Toma talking about Murphy, which is the police puppet who basically was saving the kids in the town when the petrification disease hit. He would stay with them and try to treat them well and, you know, heal them and stuff like that throughout the cold in the winter. Yes. But unfortunately, when the puppet frenzy hit, he started going crazy and he went nuts and he started killing humans. And he pretty much killed the kids aside from him, except for the little kid Toma that's inside that room. So he killed everybody.
I sense something strange. Jeepers.
All right, make sure you pop those butterflies.
Butterfly?
Some of them may be
Why is the
harder to
ergo
catch than
reacting
others.
like that?
Some of them
If
actually
you want to
attack,
check it out, I can take point.
but they always hold something good. Well, sometimes. I'm gonna talk to this lady. She's basically asking you to find her baby. So we're gonna agree.
She said the baby was at City Hall. Should we check it out?
Well,
I
baby
hope
at City
everybody's
Hall.
safe.
So we should be able to find that baby easy peasy. All right, here comes another police guy. Oh man. Oh, broke through my block. Whoa. Yo, hold on, man. I'm letting him get the best of me. Bad, bro. Like, I don't know what I was doing just now, but it wasn't anything good. All right, so beating him gets you the police baton. I barely beat him. I don't know why he was beating me up like that. All right, it's just a doodle from one of the kids. It's got some lore in it. All right. Fortunately enough for me, after you beat these few people, gotta watch out for these dudes. They got a supreme guard, but you break the guard, you break their sword, you get a trophy. Fortunately, I didn't break their sword, so my guard destruction isn't strong enough yet, but it will be. All right. So luckily enough for us, like I said, we were there, hit this elevator that was broke, this is the elevator back up to that merchant room. And remember what was right next to it? A shrine. Or a stargazer, or whatever you want to call it. Boom. We're not gonna level up. We're just gonna hit the stargazer and just get our health back, and we're gonna go back down there. This is gonna be our first mini boss fight. Well, amongst the bastards and the sweepers. We're definitely about to fight a oh well, how you doing there, buddy? I didn't say you could come in, but you know, you're welcome. But we're definitely about to fight a sweeper. Go right through here. And remember, the sweepers are usually the ones who don't look all fancy and stuff, and usually they have like bigger weapons, I guess. The bastards are the ones who dress all fancy, royalty people. But yes, Mad Donkey.
You and the alchemist scheming together. Tell me the truth. What's your problem?
All right, so
I'm here for the old man. Get lost.
straight up, the Mad Donkey hits
Wait.
like a tank.
I know you.
He is like one,
more like I know
probably like
what
the first
you
big
are.
challenge that you'd have to face.
You're the devil's puppet. You
thus
can't
far.
sneak past me.
Now,
Die!
first thing you could do is they give you a grace period. You can run behind them, hit them with a fatal blow. Luckily enough, it takes a lot of health.
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
Now the thing about the Mad Donkey is bro swings quickly, but slowly at the same time. Like it's weird. Like his swinging is, see, like that.
I demanded the truth.
Now in most cases, when you're fighting the like humanoid sized ones, you can actually kind of shift your way and get behind them while you're fighting them if you like, to make it a little easier, and just backstab them. If you got his moves, you know how to parry him. That parrying will tear him to shreds. I'm surprised I still haven't broke anyone's weapon yet. Look at this. Look at this blood all over me. My son.
Finally, we meet.
Who said I wanted to meet you anyway?
It's a dream come true.
All right, so clearly he's our father. He just gave us the assembly tool, which is definitely needed, as well as the key to get in and out of some places. We got a costume for kicking that donkey's ass, which we already had some clothes from the DLC kit that we had in the beginning. But we're jumping straight into our enemy's outfit. And if you notice, our pops just blessed us up and gave us an extra pulse cell. So now we have 4 instead of 3. We're going to go ahead and hit this spot.
So about that weapon assembly tool you were talking about. If you find any more weapons, let's try using them here.
All right, so first thing we could do with the weapon assembly tool is create a weapon. Creating a weapon instantly gets you a trophy. It'll be your first trophy that you get. So you can combine handles and blades. You can mix them however you want to. So word of advice, anytime you see where the attack type is orange with arrows going down, that's what is going to take away from whatever weapon you're using. So this one shows if I put this great sword fate handle or whatever onto the coil stick head, the stab attacks are going to be weaker. If you notice, there's no advance. So in the attack abilities, if you don't see advance, that means it's taking away from the electric blitz attack. You can match electric type weapons with other attributed weapon handles, so you can keep that, or you can go ahead and modify it and are able to put a crank on it that gives it whatever that ability is. So let's put it on the police baton for now, and we can, well, we could put it on this one, on the puppet saber handle, which makes a pretty good weapon. So it's gonna ask you if you want to. We can go ahead and equip it. Now, if you notice, once we equipped it, it made us slightly heavy. We don't like that. We don't want to be slightly heavy. So that means we don't need a weapon that's that heavy until we put points into our capacity. So we can live without it. Honestly, that was, oh, I hit the wrong button. That was just for the trophy that you would have gotten. There we go, broke his weapon, finally. And that would have been a trophy. Like super defense or whatever you want to call the trophy or whatever it is. But it definitely has something to do with defense. Got him. All right, so let's just go ahead and run through here. Hang this corner, and we're gonna use this so we can unlock this shortcut, which is right by the stargazer. Behind us should be the police guy coming, because he was definitely following us. Come here. Now, if you sustain some damage or you took way too much that you feel like is, you know, a little overboard, then like I said, it's a shortcut right back to stargazer. You can go run over there and then cut right back through here. Of course, you're gonna have to deal with these two guys again, but you know, beats nothing. It also gets you right for this part. All right, so first we're gonna run to the left. I'm gonna grab the Krat news, letting everybody know about Vanini and, you know, the things that he did with his inventions. And now we got this guy over here. He's guarding something precious. Oh, wow. Bang. Luckily for us, he sits up when he gets knocked down. Those star fragments that we're getting, those definitely come in handy.
No survivors here.
Broken baby
What do we
puppet.
do? Just give her that baby puppet?
That's what we were looking for. We could pull up on this dude, kill him quickly before this guy can get a chance to pull up and try to attack you. Dealing with both of them at the same time definitely can be a headache. All right, over here, we're gonna pop this chest open. This chest has another amulet inside of it, which is a really good amulet. It's the puppet killing amulet, the puppet destroyer. So it increases your damage output on puppets by like 10%, which is a lot. And majority of the fighting will be done with puppets. For like the first 3 chapters, maybe. So, and then later on down the line, your enemies definitely start to switch. All right, so right here, this is what you would use the star fragments for. You get plenty of them, so you know that that's basically how you summon help for a boss fight if it's a bit too challenging. No cap, I definitely used it on several occasions to learn the bosses or to, you know, actually get help, because in some fights you definitely have to fight more than one person at the same time, and it's kind of a headache to be trying to focus on fighting multiple, like 4 people at once. Like, but here's Murphy. All right, Murphy is going to be your first test of perfect guarding and rhythm check. He's the one. So with him, it's definitely all about the perfect parry and learning his attack patterns. Without it, he will destroy you. Try not to let him corner you like I did. Getting cornered is the worst thing. Because once you're in the corner, alright, when he gets like halfway, he's gonna like do like that. Now he has electricity around him, so it becomes way more dangerous. So his attacks are still the same, except for that one. That one is a grab move that will basically kill you if he grabs you. Definitely leaves puddles of electricity with almost every move that he does. Especially the overhands. There, Murphy. Almost got him. Anytime you see that move where he's about to grab you, just try to dodge in instead of going backwards. I find it way easier to avoid it if you dodge towards him. So we just got a bunch of loot after beating him. We can't go any further. We do need a key of some sort. So what we do is we go back to the hotel, but before we do that, we're gonna go over to this bench right here. Look at the memorial. I'm gonna pick that up, and that's a whistle that we're gonna use for the little boy who was asking about Murphy. So we're gonna go ahead and teleport to inside the house on the boulevard. The good thing about this is when you go to your Stargazer and you're looking at your locations, it shows little logos where you had your side mission. So it definitely directs you in the right direction for the most part every time you have a side mission ongoing or there's something you need to get to that's there. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take care of the little boy. Oh, really, bro? So you can just run straight through all of this, but I just prefer to kill him, get him out of the way. Especially this guy up here. Because trying to get down there without hurting him definitely becomes a headache, because he's gonna be like throwing those electric throwables at you. All right. Come down here. Now we go straight to the window, right? You're gonna go to the whistle. Should be here. I'm gonna blow it.
Hey, that sound. Is that you, Murphy?
Not even close.
I know that whistle. I miss Zach.
And see, he gives you ergo, gets you a whistle. I mean, it's not much of anything, but it's definitely a side mission that comes in handy when you start the DLC. Honestly, you start the DLC, and you're on a certain part in the first chapter where you need that whistle to actually get something. So it's good to do that side mission. Now we're gonna talk to her.
You found her. There,
Right.
there,
So,
my baby.
This will be your second official
I missed
lie.
you so much. What do you think? Isn't my baby adorable?
Of course, she's a cute baby.
That's right.
Even though we
Kind
really know that baby is a broken ass puppet. And she gives you your first record and the vivid ergo fragment. Now we can go ahead and go to the hotel and do that quickly. We just go to our moon phase, pocket watch, use, and hotel. Quick way out. And we've officially knocked out the first two chapters. Liza P. introduction. And we'll definitely be back for this third chapter at Vanini Works. Yes, sir.